Okay, so have you ever stared at your WordPress site, maybe late at night, thinking, this is okay, but it could be so much better? Faster, safer, maybe better at actually reaching people. If only you knew, like, which magic button to press. If you've ever felt that pressure, or honestly just been overwhelmed by all the options out there for improving your site, then this deep dive is definitely for you. Today, our mission is pretty clear. We're powering up your WordPress site. We're navigating the huge and often confusing world of WordPress plugins. We found a curated list of really valuable tools that promise to add functionality, but crucially, without messing up your site's speed or security.
And that last point is, well, it's a really crucial caveat, isn't it? Because, what's fascinating here is that plugins offer incredible power, right? They extend what your site can do. But our sources are very clear. They come with risks, real risks. Just throwing plugins at your site can absolutely slow it down. And maybe more importantly, it can open up security holes you don't even know about. So the core idea today, it isn't just about adding more plugins. It's about adding the right ones. We want to help you understand how a few carefully chosen tools can genuinely supercharge your site performance, security, user experience, turning it into something more robust, more effective, without all those common downsides that frankly make people nervous about plugins. It's about being strategic.
Strategic, right? Not just collecting them. That's such a key distinction because smarter can still feel, well, overwhelming when you see thousands of options. So let's dive into our first segment. We're focusing on building your site and capturing engagement, basically turning visitors into, active participants or customers. And first up is SeedProd, the ultimate landing page builder. The promise here: build amazing conversion-focused pages fast without needing a developer. Now, for someone who's maybe wrestled with tricky page builders or just the standard WordPress blocks, what's the real magic behind its drag and drop? Does it genuinely make things easier for non-coders?
Well, the real insight, I think, is that SeedProd isn't just a builder. It's more like a conversion architect. It's magic. It really lies in having best practices sort of pre-engineered right into its templates, hundreds of them, and into its drag and drop blocks too. So it basically short circuits all that trial and error people usually go through trying to design effective pages. Instead of stressing about code or design rules, you're literally just dragging elements, headlines, images, buttons, knowing they're already optimized for conversions. It's packed with specific features for that. Built-in email opt-ins, countdown timers for urgency, even direct WooCommerce blocks if you're selling stuff. This means you can launch, high-converting sales pages or coming soon pages, maintenance pages, even those thank you pages people forget, in hours, not weeks. Lets you focus on your message, your audience, not the tech stuff.
Okay, so it's not just ease, it's engineered results.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. And speaking of results, once you have that great page, you need a way for people to connect, right? Ask questions, become leads. Which brings us perfectly to WPForms.
Exactly. And what's really interesting here isn't just how easy WPForms is to use, although it is, it's how it streamlines that essential communication, how it turns those visitors you just wowed with SeedProd into, well, actual leads, securely and efficiently. WP4Forms is known for being super user-friendly, designed to make collecting info really straightforward. And it's incredibly versatile. You can make simple contact forms, sure, but also complex surveys, registration forms, even payment forms securely. One standout feature our sources really highlighted is its ability to create multi-page forms with conditional logic. Now that sounds technical, but it's huge for user experience. Imagine a long form, but it only shows questions relevant to your previous answers. Makes it way less daunting, right? People are much more likely to finish it. It respects their time. Plus, the fact that millions trust it. That says a lot about reliability and, crucially, security when you're handling visitor info. Helps build that trust.
Less friction for your visitors, more insights and leads for your business. Yeah, that's fundamental. I remember trying to patch together forms with bits of code years ago. Total nightmare. This sounds like it just takes that whole headache away. Okay, moving on. Let's talk speed, something that can literally make or break your website success. Our next segment is all about powering up speed and optimization. And for that, we really have to talk about WP Rocket. Everyone wants a fast site, right? But getting there easily, that's tough. The sources say WP Rocket is like an immediate game changer. What's the actual mechanism behind its one-click setup? How does that make it different from other tools where you often need to fiddle with lots of technical settings?
Yeah, the really groundbreaking thing with WP Rocket is how it delivers pro-level speed optimization stuff. It usually needs a developer deep server knowledge, but it does it with essentially one click. That's not just convenient. It's like it's democratizing website performance, making it accessible. The mechanism. It's basically an intelligent, pre-configured set of caching rules and optimization techniques.
Think of caching like prepping popular dishes in a restaurant kitchen ahead of time. WP Rocket figures out what visitors need, stores optimized versions, and serves them instantly, and automatically puts in place crucial boosters like lazy loading for images and videos, so content only loads when a user scrolls to it, saving that initial load time. Big difference. And it also delays JavaScript execution, stopping heavy scripts from blocking the page load right at the start. Our sources really emphasize its direct impact on core web vitals. Those are Google's big ranking factors for user experience: speed, interactivity. WP Rocket tackles those directly. It makes achieving Google's complex performance goals actually doable for, well, pretty much any site owner. Turns a scary technical thing into, boom, solved.
Turns a scary technical thing into a solved problem instantly. Wow, that's a powerful claim. And for many site owners, yeah, that alone is worth its weight in gold. But look, if you really want your site to fly, you absolutely have to deal with images, right? Which brings us neatly to ShortPixel.
Right. And this brings up a really important question. Are you actually losing visitors, maybe even sales, just because your images are too big and slow to load? ShortPixel offers a very clear solution to what is a major bottleneck for most websites. Did you know that images typically make up something like 50 to 90% of a web page's total size? That's huge. It puts a massive strain on your loading times. Optimizing them is genuinely one of the easiest, most impactful ways to speed things up dramatically. Imagine you run an online store, thousands of product photos. Without optimization, each page load is testing your customer's patience. That hits sales. ShortPixel uses what they call smart compression, reduces file sizes by up to 90%. And here's the kicker. Without any visible loss in quality. It's pretty impressive stuff. Plus, it supports modern formats like WebP and AVIF, which are really important now for performance. But the real magic, it's automatic. You set it up, and then you just forget about it. ShortPixel optimizes images in the background whenever you upload new ones. And that directly means faster loading, better user experience, and significantly better SEO rankings because speed is so important to Google.
Yeah, think of it like your website shedding unnecessary weight before a race. ShortPixel gets your images lean, so your site just flies. These two together, WP Rocket and ShortPixel. That sounds like a serious 1-2 punch for speed. Okay, let's shift gears a bit to something equally critical, maybe even more so today: security and insights, understanding what's happening. For peace of mind, this next one is huge. We're talking about Wordfence Security. I mean, 5 million sites trusting it. That definitely says something. But are there common threats that even a strong solution like Wordfence maybe can't fully stop? What else should people be thinking about?
That's a really crucial question. Because look, no security solution is ever 100% foolproof, right? But Wordfence gets remarkably close by offering this comprehensive, multi-layered defense. What's fascinating, and maybe a bit scary, is that often, within minutes of a new WordPress site going live, it faces its first attack attempts. It's that fast. Wordfence isn't just a static wall. It's like a collective intelligence network. It's constantly learning from millions of sites to proactively defend your site. It has a real-time firewall that blocks malicious traffic before it even reaches your site. That's key. And it couples that with robust malware scanning to find and clean up anything that might somehow slip through. Now, while it blocks millions of attacks, daily things like brute force, where hackers try guessing passwords or spam injections, users absolutely still need good security habits. That means strong, unique passwords. Keeping WordPress itself, your themes, and crucially, all your plugins updated all the time. And maybe using two-factor authentication, which actually Wordfence offers as an advanced feature, along with live traffic monitoring and downtime alerts. So it builds a really strong barrier, but user awareness. That's always your first line of defense.
Okay, so it's not just a product, it's more like an ecosystem of defense. And it keeps learning. That makes sense. And once your site is secure, you need to know what's actually happening on it, right? Which brings us to MonsterInsights. I remember trying to make sense of Google Analytics by itself. It honestly felt like trying to read, I don't know, ancient hieroglyphs. MonsterInsights sounds like it basically hands you the Rosetta Stone for your website data. Is that fair?
That's a perfect analogy, actually. Yeah. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, I mean, knowing your audience is just paramount for any online success, isn't it? MonsterInsights simplifies that whole process. It turns that raw, often complex data into a real strategic advantage. It genuinely helps you master your analytics, understand what your visitors are actually doing. The core benefit is just how easily it integrates Google Analytics right into your WordPress dashboard. That's huge. No need to leave your site. No need to navigate that separate, often intimidating Google Analytics interface. But what it really excels at is providing actionable data. It translates those complex metrics into clear, easy-to-understand insights. Things like visitor behavior, what content is most popular, where your traffic comes from, even e-commerce performance if you sell things.
And this isn't just about looking at numbers for the sake of it. It's about strategic optimization, helping you make actual data-driven decisions to improve your content, your marketing, your overall user experience. Basically, no more guessing games about what people are doing or what content works best. You get clarity, and that's invaluable.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Yeah, no more guessing, just smart decisions based on what your visitors are really doing. Analytics can feel scary, but Monster Insights makes it genuinely accessible, turns those insights into real influence. Okay, moving into our next segment, we're talking about the dream, right? Conversions and SEO. Getting results. First up, boosting those crucial conversions, we have OptinMonster. And here's where it gets really interesting, I think, for turning casual visitors into actual subscribers or customers. Our sources mention some pretty compelling stats like users seeing a 70% average conversion rate increase using targeted campaigns compared to just standard forms. That's massive. What's the secret sauce there? How does it create such effective targeted campaigns?
Yeah, that 70% number is pretty eye-opening, isn't it? The secret sauce, I'd say, is OptinMonster's really deep understanding of user psychology and intent. It's clever. It's not just about throwing pop-ups at people. It's about delivering the right message to the right person at exactly the right time. It offers, I think it's over 300 pre-designed templates, all optimized for conversion, and it integrates with like over 100 platforms, email marketing, CRMs, pretty much everything. But its real power, that lies in its advanced targeting and trigger rules. Think about exit intent pop-ups. It detects when someone's mouse moves like they're about to leave your site, and boom, presents a last chance offer or asks for their email. Or page-level targeting, showing specific offers based on the actual content someone is reading. You can even target based on how far someone scrolled down a page or where they came from, like if they clicked a link from Facebook. One source shared this great example. A small e-commerce site used OptinMonster's exit intent pop-ups and saw a 15% jump in email signups in just 1 week. And that directly led to a noticeable bump in sales. So it's not just a feature. It's a proven way to drive revenue by engaging people right at that decision moment.
Wow, it's like having a really smart salesperson right there on your site, gently nudging visitors towards taking that next step. Okay, building on that, once you're capturing leads, you need people to actually find you in the first place. And that, of course, is where SEO search engine optimization comes in. For that, we turn to rank math.
Right. And what's really fascinating here is how rank math manages to consolidate so many crucial SEO functions into just one package, one intuitive tool. It can directly boost your site's visibility and potentially, replace several other plugins you might be using. It really aims to be an all-in-one SEO solution for WordPress. It offers a complete set of tools for on-page SEO that's optimizing your individual posts and pages. Also, technical SEO, making sure your site structure is easy for search engines to crawl and understand. And local SEO, too, is super important if you're a business targeting nearby customers. And there's more besides. It also comes packed with some really intelligent features, like Content AI, which gives you real-time suggestions for improving your content based on your target keywords, robust keyword tracking so you can see how you're ranking, and advanced schema markup. Just quickly, schema markup is that structured data that helps search engines really understand your content. It leads to those richer search results, like star ratings or product info showing up right on Google. But despite all this power, our sources emphasize it as a really user-friendly design. It makes complex SEO tasks approachable. Whether you're a beginner or, a seasoned pro, it's all about making sure the right people find your site at the right time.
Imagine having like a personal SEO assistant right there, guiding you step by step towards better rankings, more visibility. That's pretty much what rank math offers you. It's like having an expert whispering in your ear, telling you exactly what you need to do. Nice. Okay, we're nearly there. The home stretch. Our final segment covers protection and engagement. 2 absolutely vital pieces for any successful website. First up, for, undeniable peace of mind, we're talking about UpdraftPlus. It really is about protecting all that hard work you put in and just ensuring you're ready if, the unexpected happens. It's often called the most popular backup plugin for WordPress, and for good reason. What are the practical implications of having a really solid backup system, especially when things inevitably go wrong?
Oh, the practical implications are just immense. Because when things go wrong with websites, they often go spectacularly wrong, don't they? Having a robust backup system like UpdraftPlus is, it's basically your insurance policy against lost data, hacked sites, or even just a simple mistake you make during an update. We've all been there. It provides complete backups of your entire WordPress site. I mean, everything, your database, all your plugins, themes, uploads, files, all with just a few clicks. Now, a common mistake people make is keeping their backups on the same server as their actual website. That's risky. What's crucial here is UpdraftPlus's ability to connect directly with secure cloud storage, think Dropbox, Google Drive, Amazon S3, places like that. This makes sure your vital backups are stored safely off-site, away from any disaster that might hit your server. And if the worst does happen, it offers incredibly easy restoration. You can effortlessly bring your site back from any backup point right from your WordPress dashboard. Minimizes downtime, minimizes data loss. It can literally save your business from a catastrophe.
Literally save your business from catastrophe. Yeah, that's a powerful statement. And a good reminder, prevention is always, always better than cure. Okay, so once your site is backed up, secure, you want people sharing all that amazing content you're creating, right? Which brings us to our final tool, AddToAny Share Buttons.
Right. And this raises that key question for anyone creating content. How are your visitors actually sharing your stuff? And how can you make that process as smooth and effortless as possible? AddToAny really simplifies that. Makes it incredibly easy for your message, your content to spread. It's designed as a lightweight tool, performance optimized, which is important after all our talk about speed. It won't bog down your site. With AddToAny, you can easily add universal sharing buttons for over 100 different services to your posts and pages. This gives you really broad reach, connecting with audiences on pretty much any platform you can think of. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, WhatsApp, even just plain email. Plus, it offers actionable insights because it integrates with Google Analytics. So you can actually track your social shares, monitor engagement directly, see what's working. And again, it's designed to be lightweight. Minimal impact on your site's speed while still giving your content the wings it needs to find new audiences.
So what does this all mean for you? Simply put, more eyes on your content effortlessly. And that's huge for building your audience, expanding your reach. It's kind of the digital version of good old-fashioned word of mouth, isn't it? And there we have it. 10 really powerful tools to seriously supercharge your WordPress site. We've covered a lot, from building captivating pages and capturing leads to optimizing for lightning speed, fortifying security, driving conversions, boosting SEO, protecting your work, and finally, making content super shareable. Remember that core message from the start, though. Choose wisely, power up smartly. Please don't fall into that common trap of just adding plugin after plugin. Plugin overload is real. Every single addition impacts performance and security. Instead, focus on tools that solve specific problems for you, that provide real, measurable value to you and your visitors. Always, always prioritize plugins that have strong support and get regular updates. That's absolutely crucial for security and just making sure things keep working. And finally, make it a habit. Monitor your site's speed and security after you add any new plugin. Just check in. We really encourage you. Start with just one or two of these trusted tools, measure their impact, and honestly, watch your WordPress site transform into a high-performing, secure, and really engaging digital asset.
Yeah, and if we just, connect this to the bigger picture for a second, the digital landscape, it's always evolving, isn't it? Your website is your representation out there. Understanding how to thoughtfully integrate these powerful tools rather than just sort of accumulating them, it positions you not just as a user, but really as a strategic architect of your own online presence. This is a deep dive into a smarter way to handle WordPress plugins. It isn't just about adding features. It's really about empowerment, giving you the control, the confidence to truly thrive online. So the final thought for you is this. With all this new knowledge, what specific problem, what challenge on your site will you tackle first?